So on this International Women's Day, which has the theme of Break the Bias, there's a few different areas that one can look at biases from. So there's firstly the internal bias that we as women have. We have deep-seated imposter syndromes running with us that actually hinders our progress. So one of the challenges that I think International Women's Day is helping us to want to identify and move forward with is working on self. Whether it's an emotional intelligence perspective, whether it's just about building confidence and building esteem, to actually break our own biases and shine and be unique, that's something that's very key. Obviously, from a contextual perspective, breaking the bias also means making sure that there's gender diversity, equity, equality, inclusion, all of these great things that we've got taglines, buzzwords, acronyms for, but actually making it alive and making it happen. So breaking the bias is also about picking your voice up and speaking up when you're seeing things, not actually working in a favorable, equitable, inclusive way. And that's the two key ways that I think breaking the bias is going to be championed from this day forward. All of us actually lending a voice. And perhaps, the other and third one that I just want to mention is allyship. Bringing on our allies. It's not just about women, it's about men, and it's about those that don't even conform to the normal genders. In this day and age, we have, neutral gender representation as well. But it's about everyone coming to the fore to say, this is not right, there are biases, let's actually break them. Now, in terms of some of the key things that we would look at, the differences that we experience with gender as well, from a leadership perspective, is also very nuanced. There were recent studies that were done that actually looked at the wisdom that men and women bring into the boardroom, into their teams as well. And there was key focus and understanding that women actually bring a lot of empathy into the boardroom, versus things tend to be more cognitive when men are in the boardroom. So when we're dealing with people, as we are in organizations, bringing that empathy into the conversation, into the strategies that we bring into play, is going to be very, very crucial to creating that competitive advantage, but also to bring psychological safety and loyalty to the people that are working in the organization with us. So, I think it's key that we even consider non-traditional ways that we bring leadership in. We know the traditional leadership models, but in Africa, as we sit here, there's such beautiful ancient wisdom that comes to the fore in the form of Ubuntu. Ubuntu principles, very simply, I am because you are. And if we actually had to transpose that into the leadership context, it means that we're looking greater than ourselves, beyond ourselves. And if you think about a woman and someone who's a nurturer, very naturally, bringing that empathetic view into play, why not nurture that into that voice that breaks the bias, to then actually bring it to the fore, bring it to the table, elevate the conversation, and elevate what's happening at boardroom level that then cascades throughout the organization. So women in leadership development, programs in place, one of them that I'm running is around Ubuntu leadership, and I think it's about something that's necessary, something that can be useful in the VUCA world that we find ourselves in, and something that can give comfort to the authenticity that we bring as women to the leadership table.